quad here. It's a Yamaha 80 shaft driven, no chain. I drove about, let's say, about 35 minutes to go pick it up. It was posted for 500. Once I looked at it, I offered 460 and it got accepted. It came with a few parts. Came with starter solenoid and an actual and the starter. So what the lady told me was that somebody looked at the bike and they told her that was wrong with it, and then she purchased the parts but never got to it. So I mainly what I bought it for is the plastics are in really good condition for being I think it's models 2003, 2005, somewhere around there, approximately. So for the model and the year it is in great condition. You look at the plastics and they all look great. The stickers themselves look really good. I checked the oil and it looked really, it was full, looked clean. So I think it was a really good deal, but we'll see. We're gonna start troubleshooting. So all the tires are on them, but it's been sitting for a while, she said. So I'm gonna have to inflate all these tires, put some air on them, and see if they'll start holding air. See, yep, yeah, all of them don't have any air. So we'll see if this issue was diagnosed properly or not. The battery itself is dead. It has it's already connected, but it's pretty much gone. It's dead. So I'm gonna walk you through hopefully fixing the squad, and we'll see if we can get it to work. All right, let's roll. I'm just gonna give you a walk around of what the squad looks like. As you can tell, check the oil real quick. Looks really good. Good level. The aluminum's a little bit corroded on the head. Looks it's got some surface rust going on there. Stickers are in really good shape. Seat is no tears. Tires got thread on them. They're not, new, but they are definitely useful. The fuel tank, all switches look good. All brakes, I tried using front brake and rear brake, and they're all working, so the brakes work. It's got the nose. This piece is usually this piece goes missing on these a lot. However, I did notice it didn't have any front lights. Sometimes they have the actual lights, and sometimes they have this like plastic piece that goes here just to like a pretend light with a sticker on it. But this one has the mounting points. It just doesn't have the actual lights for it. And here's where the actual where the air filter is located at. Shocks look good. It's kind of the condition that it's in right now. So I did notice. So what I'll do is I'll remove the old battery and then I'll start troubleshooting. So I just removed this battery here. It only had about 4 volts, and I tried to charge it and said the battery was pretty much dead. So I put my temporary battery in just to troubleshoot stuff. It's kind of big. It doesn't fit entirely here, but for now it'll do. I also checked the fuse here and had one that was blown right there. So I put in a new one. However, I did notice that when I turned the key on, I did not get a neutral light, even though I came back here and verified that I am in the neutral position by rolling it over. So it could be either the light itself from sensor from there, or somehow the power's not getting from the battery here, which my next check is going to be this switch here. So I'm going to do some continuity checks and see if there's something wrong with the switch. All right, at this point I have disconnected the switch. It's currently in the off position, so I'm going to check these connectors here. So I'm going to grab my multimeter, and it was an off. So I'm going to take it off to continuity right there. I'm going to check my leads here. All right, looks like they're good. So since I'm not getting any power to the actual ATV, so I'm going to check these, make sure this actual switch is working. So I should get at least one or two, when it's off, at least two of them that are connected. So I'm doing a test here. I'm not sure you can see it. So I usually just put one pin there, and there, and nothing. I'm getting nothing here. So now I'm going to switch it back to the on position, and I should get at least also two, or even sometimes even, depends on the model, but if I'm not getting nothing here, then that means it is pretty much shot. All right, I got nothing on the switch, and I have determined that the switch is probably bad. So I have one from a Warrior 350 that I'm going to try on, because it's almost the same exact wiring, and see if that works. All right, so I have a Yamaha Warrior 350 here, and I took off this switch here from it. You can tell it's pretty old. And I plugged it in. It has the same actual wiring. I couldn't believe it, but it does. So anyways, I am going to put this in on and see if it works. Okay, cool. It is working. Let me show you guys why. I'm going to turn it off for now. So now as I turn the switch on here, now it's on, and now you can see my actual light is turned on for the neutral. So I'm gonna have to take this old switch, the one that came with it, off, and then replace it with this old one while I get a new switch for the Yamaha Warrior here that I have. I'm rebuilding the engine right now, but so I mean, I'm waiting to sell parts for this one, so I might as well just use this part for this one and get it up and going. So now that I know I am getting power, so I'm going to test, see if it turns over or not. So power's applied, battery's plugged in. I'm going to put it in run, and I'm going to see if it turns over. Hopefully it does. Let's see. Woo! It does turn over. Sweet. All right, so before we do anything, I want to make sure that I have a spark, because even though it turns over, it might not even have a spark at all. So I'm going to turn off it for now. Okay, that's weird. Uh-oh. Also, there's something wrong. I don't know why. When I turn it off, it's not turning off. Okay, cool. Let me unplug that switch. Oh, duh. Alrighty, so we start off by removing this. Alright, appears to be fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab a lead here, put it on, I'm going to put it on negative over here, and then actually I'll just put it to the chassis right there. And then let's go right there. All right, hopefully we can tell from that angle whether it has spark or not. Okay. All right, I'm gonna kick it over. Switch on. It is in run. Brakes are on. And check it out. Oh wow. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but it does have sparks on there. I can really see it in there. Hopefully. All right, it's getting pretty good. It's a little bit, I'll say, on the weak side, but it is definitely good. Right, so got that loose. It was just a switch here. Looks pretty new. I don't know why it failed so easy. Alright, there's the... I'll put the newer ring on there because it just looks nicer if it fits. Now there it is. Okay. I guess the old one it is. Alright, this does say Yamaha on it, and this one doesn't. So I guess the second one they got was not a OEM brand. However, this one it is. You can tell it's still got the logo, and this one does not. So there's that. Oh, still working. Sweet. All right. Remove the lead. I checked the gap. It's pretty good. It's within spec. So now I'm going to put spec on there. There it is. All right, that's good. All right, now we're gonna be removing some trash from here. Some little bolts and nuts. This trash. All right, so I think what I have left right now is I'm going to take off this carburetor. Should be fairly easy, and then I'm going to clean it up. So inspect it and clean it up. Alright, so I took the carburetor off. It is really dirty, so that is really bad. That was actually stuck. The needle was stuck, and then I got the two jets here, so I'm going to clean all these out and put them in the machine. I replaced the petcock coming out of here, just two screws coming out of here, and the fuel line that goes around. Also had to replace the carburetor and put a new one in there. I didn't put I still have the other OEM one, but I did put this one on, and I got fuel flow into it. I put the same air box that it comes with. I'm gonna check the air box in here just to make sure it's clean before I try to start it or anything.
So I'm gonna clean all this out. It's pretty dirty.
Cleaned the area here for the air filter. I replaced the switch. I have replaced the carburetor and have inflated the tires and put a new petcock on the fuel tank and put some fresh fuel in there. I drained all the old fuel and stuff and put a new fuel filter as well and battery. So we'll see if she starts up. Got the neutral light. I'm gonna press the brake here and put it on run. Let's fire it up. And she's running. All right, I'm gonna shut it down and I'm gonna start watching.